Beautiful deep divers, another gorgeous day. We got birds making love up there. What's up? We got butterflies, bees, the cat down the road sunbathing. Breathe with me, deep divers. One more time. One more time. Don't you feel better when you're breathing in that good ass prana, baby? Raising the frequency, raising the vibration, peace, infinite waters, diving deep once again. Beautiful deep divers, we are out here in the heart of nature. Baby, it is a glorious day. Now, watch this before it gets deleted. I've got to put that in the titles whenever I'm speaking about really deep stuff, because it might get deleted. Like one of my videos already got deleted, and a lot of people are being censored all over the internet. So watch this before it gets deleted, because we got a whole lot to talk about. It's all coming out. In the great words of Ralph Smart, we live in a world so fake, the truth actually scares people. Look, here's the truth. You see? In the words of Edward Snowden, when exposing a crime gets treated like committing a crime, you are being ruled by criminals. Now, Edward Snowden, John McAfee, just recently passed away. They say it was a suicide in his cell in Barcelona. If you don't know who John McAfee is, he was the founder of the McAfee antivirus software. Huge software company. It's big news, deep divers, right? And they say he died in his cell by suicide. But a lot is happening right now on the planet. We're going to dive into that. We're going to dive into John McAfee and what's really going on. In the great words of Krishnamurti, it is no measure of health to be well adjusted to a profoundly sick society. Right now, a lot of people are starting to say strange things are happening on the planet. And I told you, there are no accidents or coincidences in this universe. Everything happens for a reason. When I look around at what's happening in the world right now with a global pandemic, I say it's happening for a reason. It is a wake-up call that human beings, if you do not stand up for your freedoms, you will have time to sit down in your lockdowns. What? Slow motion this side. And we ain't even had breakfast yet. Can I get a hello there? So let me just tell you this, deep divers. I want you to remind yourself, let love guide you, not fear. There's a reason why the inorganic ones want to keep you in fear. Why? Because fear is the lowest frequency. Love is the highest frequency. And therefore, you have to keep spreading love. You have to keep removing fear from your reality. And this is how we free all of ourselves. So let me just talk about John McAfee, who they say he died in a prison cell by suicide. But this is very interesting because John McAfee, being the founder of this antivirus software, he knew a lot and he said a lot. I listened to John McAfee and he was a kind of hero in the cryptocurrency community. What did he say, which is very interesting? He said, we cannot allow intrusion into our life and still expect to have our same freedom. John McAfee knew a lot. because he created a lot of this technology we're using. He was a computer genius. And one of the things he said, and this is why I always say raise your eyebrows, deep divers. He said, if anything happens to me, just know I didn't commit suicide, right? I didn't do an Epstein. He said he even got a tattoo on his arm saying whacked. And he made a tweet saying, look, I even got this tattoo on my arm just to say if anything happens to me, it wasn't my fault. But we always got to put a question mark. He also said if anything happens to him, there's gonna be a dead man switch and everything is gonna get exposed. This guy was no dummy. And the Spanish court wanted to extradite him to the US, and this is when this all happened. It happened hours after that, right? But I want to remind you, it is all coming out. The word apocalypse emanates from the Greek apocalypsis, which means a lifting of the veil. And right now what we're seeing is the lifting of the veil. So I want to remind you, this is not the time to have a pity party. It is not the time to feel like a victim. We are seeing the lifting of the veil. And therefore it's time to celebrate, because what is done in the dark shall come out in the light. And right now, millions of people are awakening. I told you, anytime you take away people's freedoms, they have an awakening moment, because they say, wait a minute, I want to see my granddaughter. In fact, one nurse was saying, I want to travel, but I can't see my granddaughter. And I'm missing all of these beautiful experiences of her growing up. So it is time to take back your power. It is time to stand up for your freedoms, because the inorganic ones are taking away your life, your valuable life experiences. I want to remind you of this. This can only continue when people allow it to continue. Can only continue if people allow it to continue. Bad things happen when good people decide to do nothing. What? Slow motion this side. And now I'm encouraging you, deep divers, to speak your truth, even if your voice shakes. I'm protected. You don't have to worry about me, because I'm a chosen one. I want to remind you that right now on the planet, it's a state of emergency. Why? Because you are being stripped of your freedoms. Even like John McAfee said, there is an intrusion into your life by these social media companies, by the internet, and therefore there's gonna come a time when you won't have any privacy. You will be spied on. Even your phone is spying on you when it's turned off. It's still on. So it's time to wake up. Now you might be asking, what are we to do with everything that's happening? Make sure you aren't drinking the Kool-Aid. Make sure you are opening your eyes to realize that you are being played. Make sure you open your eyes to realize that the whole world is a stage, right? It's all an illusion. Shakespeare was a bard. Now, Shakespeare invented over 1,700 words in the English language. Words such as lonely was invented by Shakespeare. Uncomfortable was invented by Shakespeare. Unaware, invented by Shakespeare. Critic, invented by Shakespeare. Bandit, invented by Shakespeare. A bard was a storyteller who held the most power in society. And this is why, till this day, people still act in Shakespearean plays. But Shakespeare made it very clear that the whole world is a stage. I don't think you were listening to him when he said that. Well, we got to start paying attention to what Shakespeare was saying, that the whole world is a stage. And governments Entertainment industry is all a stage. And therefore, the only way out is in. Start focusing on yourself. Start realizing you can't believe everything you read in the news. Start realizing you can't believe everything they tell you on the television, because television means telling lies to your vision. Tele-vision. What? Slow motion this side. Woo! So it's time to free your mind. Emancipate your mind from mental slavery. It is time for the eleftheria, which is the Greek word from freedom from slavery. We got to do that because nobody is coming to save you. The inorganic ones want your soul. They don't want you in lockdown. They want your soul. And you have to make sure you don't sell your soul. You have to make sure you reclaim your power. Start eating to live. Start taking care of yourself every single day. Start doing what makes you happy every single day, because they want a world where everyone is miserable. I'm walking. I see a girl with a face mask on. She looks so depressed, so distraught. I'm like, what are we doing to our children? We got to protect our children's mental health. But it's a lesson. Everything that's happening is happening for a reason. Don't get mad at the government. We allowed this to happen. Everything you see happening before your eyes, deep divers, with a global pandemic is nothing more than humanity's collective shadow. What? Slow motion this side. Say it again, Ralph. Everything you see happening before your eyes is nothing more than humanity's collective shadow. It's now coming back to haunt us. Everything we suppressed, everything we denied is now right in front of our face. We can't run away from it. And the mask is symbolic of you acquiescing, of you handing over your power, of you wearing a face mask, which is the persona, symbolically speaking. So you've been living someone else's life and not your own. This is all symbolism. And that's why a lot of people spend more time with a virtual person than a real person. It's time to wake up and say, wait a minute, a real person is more valuable than a virtual person. We got to start getting back to nature. We got to start realizing even those celebrities you worship, they're all in on it to keep you in lockdown. And therefore, you got to start rolling out the red carpet for yourself and say, I'm the greatest star. Because what are these celebrities doing for me? If they aren't speaking truth to power, they're a distraction. Stop it, Ralph. Deep divers, I want to remind you, you must free your mind every single day. You must realize you are not powerless. You are powerful beyond measure. That's why they want to censor you, why they want to hide information. But guess what? It's all coming out. Mark my words, there are going to be more whistleblowers, people in high positions, high places, even in the medical field, exposing what's really happening behind the scenes. And be ready for it, because it's already happening. The truth is coming out. Three things that can never be hidden. The sun, the cat down the road, and the truth is coming out. I want to remind you, keep on the love frequency. Don't fear anything. Keep in your truth. You aren't crazy. You're just waking up. I think the media is crazy. But I don't think you're crazy. I think you're someone who's just finding out who they really are. I just think you're someone who's finding out their true power. And all of those films are about us. There's a new film called Infinite. I'm like, oh, they were watching Infinite Waters. They were watching all of these conscious YouTubers getting information from them. That's what Hollywood do. They steal our ideas and then take credit for it. Well, we are the real superheroes that we see on the silver screen. We are them. We are the superheroes. So you don't have to worship fictional characters. The real superheroes are walking amongst us. They are you. It is I. It is the cat down the road. And that's why I'm just saying, feels so good to be alive, baby. Can I get a hello? Let us be the heroes of this story once again. And I want to remind you, if it seems like the villains are winning, that's because the story is not over yet. In the end, the good guys always win. And the good cat cats down the road always win, right? Right. Deep divers, remember to smile. It's not a crime yet, right? Remember to smile. Remember to be free, because being free is your birthright. Let's just breathe in that good ass prana, baby. Shout out to everyone who's been getting the wonderful good ass prana shirts at ralphsmart.com/clothes and spreadshirt.com if you're in America. And if you're a sexy ass model, with a whole lot of heart who wants to model the clothing, well, let me know why you have what it takes to be an Infinite Waters model, okay? Add me on Instagram at official Ralph Smart for more daily inspiration, and Facebook at Ralph Smart at Infinite Waters, and Snapchat at... Check out the new book, Deep Divers, for more powerful, life-changing information just like this. Feel Alive by Ralph Smart on Amazon and at ralphsmart.com/the book. They tried to bury us. They forgot we were seeds. Start putting pressure on these social media companies to say, hey, we aren't having it because we are the 99%. We will not be silenced. We will not be censored. And this is how you get your power back. You see, power and freedom is never given to you. It's never given to you, deep divers. You got to take it with both hands, like, give me that. And now you got your freedom back. Look where I am, deep divers. Have a beautiful day. Peace. Infinite Waters, diving deep once again. Stay well. Stay healthy. Peace. You want me to go live? Say, Ralph, go live. Go live, Ralph. I'm alive. Have a beautiful day, deep divers. One love. Peace. Hope you're taking care of yourself.